Hi everyone, Maria here, and today I wanted to give you guys a little walkthrough on how I love to use textures in my studio images. That's my favorite thing to do, and I'm going to show you guys my favorite textures from Jessica Drossin. These are the only textures I use right now for my moody edits in studio. I absolutely love them. They're so beautiful. You know, she's an artist, so she creates these textures specifically for us as photographers. So it makes me super excited because it makes it so much easier. So you have an image here. I'm super happy with it. I've done most of my cleaning up of the image. We have great subjects. I think that they're super interesting. But if I want to add some dimension and really make them pop out of the frame, then what I do is I use textures, and that really pushes the images up to the next level. So I'm going to show you my favorite textures. They're from the Wuthering collection, and I pulled some of my favorite ones. We have Charlotte here, Emily, Thrush, Cross, Henley, Halfworth, Kathy, and my favorite, Isabella. Isabella's my favorite because my daughter's name is Isabella. So of course I have to show you guys how to use her. And so the way I use textures, I basically don't know exactly what I'm going to do, but I like to first look at the colors, so I can stay within my color palette, or have the tones that I want within my image. And all of these are beautiful. I'm going to hit Command J just to drag it over. And I'm just going to stick it over here on my image. I'm going to go to Edit and Free Transform. And we are just going to place it over my image here. Okay, so then the next thing I want to do is I want to play with the different blending modes to see which one I like. So my favorite blending mode to start off with is going to be Lighten. And then let's try Soft Light. Soft Light is, wow, I love Soft Light. It's absolutely perfect. I love the little bit of interest. It's already kind of creating a little bit of a vignette around them. So I'm going to put a little mask here. And then I'm going to grab a nice soft brush, and I'm going to change my opacity to about a 40%. And we're going to start just with the face. And I'm going to start to paint it off of their faces. And their hands. When it's at soft light, I don't mind getting it a little bit like in their hair or even their clothing. It kind of gives it a little mood, kind of like an old master's painting, like this is an actual canvas. So I love that. I'm gonna hit my backslide so I can see where my mask is at. I'm just gonna run it over their faces a little bit more. So I like this a lot. And already look at that. From here to here, you already have a lot more dimension. I'm gonna go back to my main background layer, and I'm going to pick a different color this time, maybe something a little bit lighter, so that we can add a little bit more dimension. Shadows and highlights, super important. I'm either going to pick Emily or Kathy. I think we're going to go with Kathy. It's a little bit softer. It's not super sharp, so I'm going to go with this one just because I want something a little bit lighter and softer underneath it. So I'm going to put it right here, hit OK. It's going to go underneath my other layer. I'm going to hit Edit, Free Transform. And the reason is because I want to brighten up the image a little bit underneath the contrast from this layer, which is set to soft light. I'm going to hit Lighten here, and I'm going to go all the way down. We're just going to ignore them, and I'm going to start bringing it up. And I think, wow, I think 20% is perfect. So let me bring it back down. All right, let's do it at 15%. Put a layer mask, and then again, we're going to take it off of them. This time I might leave some of it on their hair a little bit more. Bring that back to 100%. Do you see how that starts just to add a little bit? You want to have those dimensions and those shadows. You can't, if you are just, flat, dark image in the background, there's no separation between your subject and the background. You create depth by creating these different pieces of interest. I'm going to group them. So this is before, after. Love, love, love. I still feel like this is a little bit dark of a vignette for me, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another one, and this time I'm just going to place it back here. I think I'm going to go ahead and add Henley. So Command J, grab it and place it on my image, hit OK, edit, free transform. Oops. Make sure you're on the correct layer. Edit, free transform. So I think I want to make sure that this lighter side that's right here in the texture ends up over here. So edit, transform, flip horizontal. I'm going to hit lighten so we can look at this little area right here. And kind of 13 looks perfect right there. I'm going to just grab a gradient tool here, just the line, and I'm going to make sure that's at about 100%. There we go. And now I'm just going to take it off of her here a little bit. And I actually liked it even over here, so I'm just going to grab it, another brush white at about 40% and just kind of start painting a little bit of it back in here. Now I'm very, very happy with the image. The vignette is perfect. There's no side that's way too dark. This is before and this is after. So now I can just continue on to my finishing steps. But yeah, check out Jessica's collection of textures. My favorite one is Wuthering Heights, and that's where I got all of these textures from. Super fun. You can also use them outdoors. I just love to use them in studio so much because it really brings my images to the next level, and they really look like fine art painterly portraits. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.